A Life in Art. Roger Fry. (1866). Roger Elliott Fry was born and raised in Highgate, London, growing up in a wealthy Quaker family. His father, judge and zoologist Sir Edward Fry, was from the prominent Bristol family which founded and owned the chocolate firm J.S. Fry & Son. His mother, Mariabella, was a descendant of meteorologist Luke Howard, known as the Namer of Clouds. Roger was one of 9 talented children, including peace campaigner and social reformer Joan Fry, penal reformer and principal of Somerville College, Oxford, Marjorie Fry, writer and pacifist Ruth Fry, and astronomer and botanist Agnes Fry. (1875). The Frys bought Fayland House Estate in North Somerset as a summer residence. Fayland was to become an important retreat throughout the family's lives. 1885. After studying at Clifton College, Bristol, Roger Fry began a degree in natural sciences at King's College, Cambridge. Graduating with a first, he stayed on at Cambridge to pursue his passion for writing about and practicing art, before travelling in Italy and attending the Académie Julienne in Paris. 1894. Alongside painting landscapes, Fry also turned his attention to lecturing, design, creating bookplates, advising his father on the decoration of Fayland House, and acquaintances on interior design. 1895. Roger Fry was introduced to the artist Helen Coombe. For him, it was love at first sight. Her feelings gradually grew when Fry gave her advice on decorating a green harpsichord for an exhibition. Helen Coombe was a painter and designer. She studied at several art schools in London and Paris and was a prize-winning student at the Royal Academy Schools. She went on to work with several important figures in the arts and crafts movement, creating portraits, stained glass window designs, and landscapes. She was known for her intellect, wit, multiple talents, and for being full of ideas. Following their marriage, the couple spent the next year travelling through France, Algeria, Tunisia, Italy, and Switzerland. They painted and studied Italian art, making important acquaintances along the way. (1901). After the birth of their son, Julian, and their daughter Agnes Pamela Fry, the family split their time between London, Dorking, and Fayland House. (1903). Roger Fry had his first solo exhibition in London, which was a great success. He became a critic for the Burlington magazine. 1906. Following a visit to New York, Roger Fry accepted the position of curator of paintings at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Later that year, he felt unable to continue in this role while supporting his wife through her struggles with mental health. He asked for his title to be changed to European Advisor. This year was also when Roger Fry first came into contact with the work of the French painter Paul Cézanne, an experience which changed the course of his life and work. He began to publish articles and later books on the works of Paul Cézanne, Paul Gauguin, Henri Matisse, and Vincent van Gogh. 1907. Helen Fry was hospitalised for treatment at the Priory after suffering from deteriorating mental health. The Frys moved to Durbins in Guildford in 1909. The family house, designed by Roger Fry, was named after a favourite field at Fayland. Due to continued ill health, Helen was only able to stay for a short time before being admitted to the retreat in York a year later, where she was to spend the rest of her life. Joan Fry relocated to Durbins to help bring up her brother's children. 1910. A chance encounter with artist Vanessa Bell and her husband, critic Clive Bell, led Roger Fry to join the Bloomsbury Group, a collective of British writers, intellectuals, philosophers and artists that included Virginia Woolf, John Maynard Keynes and E.M. Forster, amongst others. That same year, he organised Manet and the Post-Impressionists, the first of two landmark French modern art exhibitions that were to trigger the modernist era in Britain. These exhibitions were seen as outrageous and scandalous at the time. (1913). Fry organised a young artists collective called the Omega Workshops. The aim was to infuse the post-impressionism style into the design of everyday functional objects such as drapery, furniture, china and clothes. (1924). After several short-lived affairs, Roger Fry found happiness with Helen Anrep, a California-born art critic and artist living in London. He continued to write, lecture, travel, and paint. (1934). Roger Fry died unexpectedly from serious injuries sustained from a fall at home. Helen Fry was to outlive him by 3 years. Virginia Woolf later wrote in her biography of Fry that he had more knowledge and experience than the rest of us put together. Kenneth Clark, National Gallery director and critic, added, "Insofar as taste can be changed by one man, it was changed by Roger Fry."